Hello everyone, so today we are going to learn about compound paths and all of its uses. And its first use is the ability to apply gradients across the whole compound path. So what is basically meant by that? So I have 3 polygons over here and I have applied a gradient on all of them. So if I select all of them and over here if I go to object, come down over here, let's come down. There is this compound path option, let me click on it and click on make. So what just happened? Basically all of these are acting as just one. So if I select one of them, obviously I can move all of them because they are also grouped. But if I click on the direct selection tool and if I click on an anchor point of this one, I guess, and if I move it in and let's put this one over here and let's put this one over here. So what is happening over here? Basically the whole gradient is applied across all of this. They are acting as one. So I can click on this one, direct selection tool, and I can move it over here, similarly over here, and you can see that they are all acting as one. And if I move one of them, let's just say, there is also a thing called isolation mode in Illustrator. So if I double click on anything, it becomes isolated. So I can select one of them and I can move them. And as you can see, as I move this away from the rest of them, you will see the gradient is also moving. I can click on this one since all of this is in isolation mode. And if I bring this one over here, since this is the middle, it is blue. And if I bring all of these over here like this and this one over here, so the center of all of this is this, and that is why the blue is inside and the rest is magenta. Let me press Ctrl or Command Z. So basically this is how you can use gradients on compound paths. If I want to move out of isolation mode, I have to double click anywhere and I am out of it now. Let me zoom out and let's come over here. So the use number 2 of compound paths is editable cutouts. So if I select all of this, then I select the shape builder tool, and if I click over here and similarly over here, basically I have cut these out and I cannot edit them in any way possible. Let me put these back over here. So this is a square over here, similarly this is another one, and if I select all of them, go to object, compound path and make, we again have a cutout over here, but it is editable. What I mean by that? So now if I click on this and if I click on the direct selection tool, I can click on the center over here. Sorry, let me click over here. And now if I click on the center over here, I can move this. So basically this cutout is editable. I can click on this one, move it over here. And even if I click on all of it, go to object, compound path and click on release, basically I have my shapes back. Their colors are changed. Let me change the color, but the shapes are still there. So basically using the compound paths, you can make editable cutouts. Let's zoom out. Let's come over here. So here is the use number 3, which is outline text edits. So let me show you what I mean by that. If I click on this text and if I make outlines out of it, if I press Ctrl or Command Shift O, so basically it is outlined now. And if I select all of this, right click and make clipping mask, it becomes something like this. It is not making a clipping mask. Let me press Ctrl or Command Z to basically undo it. So after making the outline, I will click on it, then go to object, compound path and make. So basically this is a compound path now. Let me click on the color. And now if I select all of this, then go to object, clipping mask, or maybe just right click and make clipping mask. So as you can see that we can edit outline text too now. So let me zoom out, and basically these were the 3 main uses of a compound path. You might not understand it properly right now, but when you will start working with them, you will start to understand their use. I hope you guys are learning a lot. See you guys in the next tutorial.